They say the war room is the one place where mistakes don't simply cost careers. They cost lives, but no one told Lieutenant Aria Dalton that one simple miscalculation could unravel her entire world. Moments after she sent a strike team into what she believed was a hostile zone, she discovered the one truth that shattered her: the woman she had just condemned wasn't an enemy at all, she was a Navy SEAL. America's ghost, the military's most protected secret, and Aria had unknowingly sent her to her death. Or so she thought, because when the alarms began blaring and classified files unlocked themselves on the briefing screen, Aria learned something even worse. The SEAL was someone connected to her past in a way she never expected. And by the time she found out the truth, it was already too late, or so the war room believed. Lieutenant Aria Dalton had always been the one officer who never cracked under pressure. Even as the youngest tactical analyst stationed at the Pacific Command Center, she had climbed through the ranks with precision, discipline, and a determination so fierce that even her superiors whispered she was star material. But on the night that would rewrite her destiny, the war room was nothing like the controlled battlefield she'd trained for. The screens flickered with static, satellite feeds jittered, and every second felt like a battle against time. A lone heat signature appeared on the digital map, moving quickly toward a restricted operations zone where a covert supply handoff was supposed to occur. The senior officer, Commander Reeves, barked orders for Aria to identify an act. Aria zoomed in, analyzing the infrared pattern. It looked like a threat, unidentified, fast, breaching protocol. The rest of the command staff watched her, waiting for her call. Her voice didn't tremble when she issued the command to intercept target. The silence after her words felt like a held breath. Minutes later, the strike team, Bravo 9, reported engagement. But then something strange happened. Before the downlink cut out, a single sentence came through the comms, spoken by the team leader with raw confusion. "This isn't hostile. This is, wait, she's one of ours." Then the channel went dead. The room froze. Commander Reeves stormed toward Aria demanding details. Aria, shaken for the first time, replayed the footage, only to watch the heat signature adjust its weapon with skilled precision, moving like a phantom soldier. That was when the classified file appeared on her monitor, opening without her command. NAVSTLs ECO7 CSIS CTAV Messes IONUDS Closi Operative Coffee DDL. Aria's heart dropped. She had just redirected an attack on a SEAL. A SEAL she was never supposed to know existed. Panic clawed at her chest as she tried to override the mistake, to call the team back, to stop the attack, but the system locked her out. Red alerts flashed through the war room. Bravo Line's signal was gone. The operative's last coordinates pulsed on the screen like a heartbeat fading out. And in that devastating moment, Aria felt her entire career crumble. The war room fell into confusion and accusation as senior officials began demanding explanations. And Aria, gripping the desk with white knuckles, whispered to herself the truth she feared most. "I've just killed one of our own." But the worst part wasn't the mistake. It was the name that suddenly appeared on the final line of the SEAL's profile when the system reloaded. One she recognized instantly. A name that sent her spiraling back to her past. Operative Commander Sienna Ward, her mentor, her childhood protector. The only person who ever told her she would become extraordinary. And Aria had just ordered the strike that might have ended her life. Hours passed like years. Aria was removed from the war room and placed under tactical review, but she couldn't sit still. Her mind replayed every frame, every decision she'd made. Guilt tore through her like shrapnel. She'd grown up believing she owed her entire career to Sienna Ward, the decorated officer who had found her after her father's death, who took her in when she felt invisible, who pushed her into the academy when she wanted to give up. Sienna had always been the kind of leader Aria wanted to become. Fearless, unbreakable, and brilliant. But never, not once, did she reveal she was a Navy SEAL. The knowledge was so heavily classified that even high-ranking officials didn't know Echo 7's true identity. Aria was drowning in guilt when Commander Reeves entered the room with grim urgency. He tossed a file onto the table, its pages stamped with red security labels. His voice was colder now. "You didn't just attack a SEAL. You attacked Sienna Ward, and you were connected to her." That connection was supposed to stay buried. Aria felt her breath stop. Reeves revealed what she was never supposed to know, that Sienna had personally requested Aria's placement in the war room. Not because of favoritism, but because she believed Aria was capable of handling classified strategic data that connected directly to Echo 7 missions. Missions involving global black ops operations, enemy infiltration, and intelligence so sensitive that even a trace of it could trigger international conflict. Aria shook her head, fighting tears. Why didn't she tell me? Reeves leaned forward. Because if you knew who she really was, you'd never treat her like a soldier protected by secrecy. You'd treat her like someone you loved. Aria froze. Loved, the word felt like a ghost between them, and Reeves wasn't wrong. Sienna wasn't just a mentor or a guardian. She was the one person Aria trusted with her entire soul. But before Aria could drown in regret, the door burst open. 2 intelligence officers rushed in with a live transmission. The signal crackled, fuzzy at first, then a voice emerged. Weak, breathless, but unmistakably alive. "This is Echo 7 requesting immediate extraction." Aria's heart slammed against her chest. Sienna was alive. Hurt but alive. Reeves turned to Aria, his voice sharp. "You caused this mess. Now you're going to help fix it." And before Aria could question anything, she was escorted back into the war room. This time not as a suspect, but as the person who knew Sienna better than anyone. She locked onto the coordinates Sienna transmitted.